crash Saturday evening on North Range Line at Newman Road that involved a semi and a Ford SUV. Evidently, the SUV was southbound turning left onto Newman when the northbound semi T-boned it on the passenger side. 3 serious injuries resulted with 1 Priority 1 lights and sirens. No status on the injuries. Joplin Police, Joplin Fire, and Mets responded. Duquesne Police assisted with traffic control. The Missouri Broadcasters Association Awards banquet took place on Saturday, with the stations of Zimmer Marketing bringing home numerous awards. News Talk KZRG nabbed first place for hard news reporting and first place for commercial announcement. Big Dog got a first place bone for social media star, and KIX took home 2 firsts for digital media and promotion. The stations of Zimmer Marketing are award-winning. Your News is a service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Sell your unwanted gold and silver direct to the refiner for top dollar. They also sell gold and silver bullion. 708 South Main, Galena, Kansas. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ethan Thomas on KIX 102.5.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 85. Mostly clear skies tonight with a late chance of storms, low 70s. A chance of rain and storms continues through Tuesday night, and Wednesday, with Wednesday being just a little bit cooler with a high near 75.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar isn't showing anything over the 4 states.
63 in Seneca, 61 in Pittsburgh, 65 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
It's time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, brought to you by Josh Meeker at Country Financial. And today we're featuring Journey from Joplin.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Journey. And if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to the KIX website. There's a button there on the main page you can hit that'll tell you how to upload your audio.
We're just 18 minutes away for your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
$427.50 up for grabs if you can be caller number 5 and tell us what the sound is.
Here's Corey Kent.
On KIX 102.5. Morning, everybody.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Morning, Floyd. Thank you, Megan. Christy, good morning. Yeah, we just didn't have it flipped over yet. For some reason, the countdown video gets to be a little picky sometimes. Everyone have a good weekend?
Who's going to be special guest?
As a whole, Zimmer Marketing won, I believe, 10 awards. KIX got second place for best use of digital and non-news.
I wonder why he said first place on the newscast there.
I have no
Where did you
idea.
get that info?
I don't know. And then also second place for station promotion announcement for the summer ticket shootout. I won first place for an All Dogs Dream spot that I did, that Randy actually was the voice of a dog on that one. Talked about going to Lassie Vegas. And then I also won second place for another spot that I did.
Remember that.
And that one was for reliable roll-offs. And then KZRG took home several first and second places. Thank you, Christy. Morning, Jimmy.
Has anybody seen the new David Blaine show on Disney? Or it's on Nat Geo, actually, but it's included with Disney. It's called Do Not Attempt. and he's traveling all around the world and observing these localized magicians and stuff in their, native areas. Like he went to Brazil and observed these two girls that are high dive jumpers. They jump from like 200 feet off the bridge into the water, but they compete with this. They're twin sisters. I think they're twin sisters or very close in age.
Yeah.
And they do tandem jumps together. And then he did it on fire. But
oh gosh.
They also went down and they watched these street performers who set themselves on fire and learned how to do that. And then he went down and they swam with this giant anaconda. It was like 60 feet long, something. It was huge. I mean, the head of this thing was like this big.
Like Fear Factor meets,
and
I don't know, stunts or something.
David Blaine is just very bored, I think.
Yeah.
Then he went to the next one. I don't remember real well because the one after that he went to Thailand, and Thailand was all about the snakes. So,
oh, your favorite?
Yeah, we watched that. I think was it Friday night, and I could not go to sleep, could not go to bed. I was so wired.
Yeah.
They had this 18-foot king cobra. Thing was this big around, great big head, and this guy named Fitz in Thailand, who he's a street performer, and he'll bring out his box with the cobra, open it up, and reach down in there, and all of a sudden you see the cobra's head pop up, and he gets it out, throws it out on the ground, messes with it until it starts striking at him, and he's just moving out of the way of it. But he has a whole bunch of snakes he handles, and David went to his home to observe and train under him, and they had this one snake he said was medium venom, and he's holding it out like that, and when it strikes, he'll move away from it, and all of a sudden it whips its head around and just grabs hold of his arm and starts chewing, and he goes, and he pulls it up and lets him see how it's chewing, and then it lets go of that arm and whips around and grabs hold of this arm.
Jeez Louise.
So the reason he was there to train was to learn how to kiss the head of a cobra while it's up in strike position.
Which is what everyone wants to do, of course.
Sure. So he did. He first learned how to touch it. And, I mean, there is somewhat of a trick to this. So the snakes, they barely see. They don't really see. They detect motion, heat motion.
Heat, yes.
With their pits. And so as long as you don't make sudden movements, if it's gradual like this even, you're fine. And so they would do that. And also coming around behind the pits to touch.
Mm-hmm.
So they never did like this. They'd always reach over and come down. And that's what he did when he kissed the cobra. And put his lips on that stupid thing's head and pushed its head down.
Mm-hmm.
And then back up. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And then the one that we watched last night was in India. And there's this guy who breaks up glass bottles all over the place and then body slams onto this.
No, why?
And gets up and he's bleeding all over. There's no trick to this, it's just. And so he had a trick where he takes a wine bottle and breaks it over his head.
Mm-hmm. And
so David tried it. And it broke, but it also slashed his head wide open. He had to end up getting major stitches on that because of it. It's just far out freaky. The guy has a death wish, I think.
Yeah.
KIX 102.5, the four states, number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine in mid-80s today. It is 65 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes. Plus, we've got your chance to guess and win the cash with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound at 7:20.
All you got to do is be caller number 5 at 7:20. Tell us what the secret sound is, and the cash jackpot is yours.
Here's Thomas Rhett
on the four states, number one for cash.
KIX 102.5.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Megan. Morning, Woody. We missed you on Friday.
Yeah,
you broke your streak. What happened?
Take the day off on Friday. We noticed.
We noticed.
We take roll every morning.
Morning, Chad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Megan. Why? Even the Cobra thing, he actually, the first time he went over there and was in, doing training and learning how to touch the Cobra and everything, wasn't doing that. his daughter called, worried about him, his 12-year-old daughter, so he decided not to do it, left. 10 months later, he came back and did it. I don't know what happened. Maybe they locked the daughter in the basement. I don't know.
Probably. You don't get money for this, Major. You just get plaques.
We notice when you're not here, Christine. Quit being so insecure.
Yeah, when you don't call, we're like, Christine didn't call us today.
What's going on?
It goes like, ooh. And it goes like this.
Who's Christian? Do you mean Christine? I didn't. Hi there, Morning KIX. Thank you,
very
Jan.
much.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was a really good weekend.
Well,
Good.
good deal. All right,
Thanks,
we'll talk to you later, Jan.
Bye-bye. Thank you. No, I didn't watch it, Megan. Was it pretty good?
Oh, are you kidding?
What's up?
Okay, no, it did this right. I was looking at this PR app. It looked like Big Promotions was changing the way it was doing things
Annoying.
once again.
Yeah. So little man had his final game of the soccer season yesterday. It was kind of delayed because of the rain and having to be rescheduled and things like that. So he had his final game yesterday and they won. So they are officially undefeated. They were already the champion of their division just based off of statistics and things like that. But they are the first team in club history to go undefeated. And it's huge because last season, they only got one win all season long.
Wow, what a comeback.
So it is huge to go from that to undefeated this season. We're so proud. And so they gave him like a big, like, championship ring, like a Super Bowl ring kind of thing, and a chain to put it on as well. And I can't wait until they post pictures because there were like confetti cannons and all it was crazy. And then they had a big old pool party last night with pizza and so many treats. I'm checking to see if they've got any new pictures right now. Oh, what did I do?
I did get my gate and my stairs all painted.
No new ones yet.
We set out. I found Bambeezlers, which I dropped by there over the weekend. I never had, and oh my gosh, they're so much better than Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards or any of the other places.
Oh, yeah.
So much better. Their pricing's a little weird. So it'll say like $5.96 on the table, but it ends up costing more. I don't
How?
understand how all that works. I don't know, but it did.
Okay.
I got 5 of those $6 ones, and it was $80. So that's
Weird.
And so apparently there was some mispricing or something. So you got to really watch that. But they had coral bells, which are hucheros,
I have no idea what that is.
huachera, however you say that.
You take pictures?
I don't think I did. I intended to. Maybe Gina did.
Morning, Kelsey. How you doing? Hold on, we got a sec here. 3 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for cash.
Well, how'd you like to kick off your week winning some cash?
We've got your chance to do exactly that with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound
Right after Travis Denning.
on KIX 102.5.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm very proud. Him and his team worked really hard.
No, I don't have any current pictures of it.
I'm surprised you didn't take pictures of the gate. You were documenting it at one
Yeah.
point, step by step.
Just been really busy. Getting the stairs are all done. So all I have left to do is the concrete, which I'm not going to do for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Megan's asking about Gina. Is she feeling better? And also asking if your pool's open yet.
No, it's not open yet. It's very, very close. I've got to get so over the weekend, we went down to, I went down to connect up the pump and the filter and everything. We got down there and we discovered this big old 450-pound sand filter somehow had blown over in the windstorms down there. And it had crashed it against the joists of the deck and had broken the upper housing part of that filter. So I had to go replace those parts. In doing so, I had my in-ears in while I was working, and I was pulling one of the hoses loose, and it snapped off and hit me and drove that down into my ear and perforated my eardrum. And so bled a lot, really hurt. But I was able to go to the parts place, and they only had one half of the clamp that I needed to fix that. But luckily, I had part of the old one. You remember I replaced all this last year. It was brand new.
Right.
And so I got it clamped back together. I haven't been able to test it yet because I couldn't get the water up high enough in the pool yet to run the pump. So it is now. I got up this morning early and went out and turned the water off, and it is full.
Good.
So I should be taking the cover off today.
Christine says, pool party at Randy's.
Not. I wish I could have had it yesterday. It would have been really nice to have been. Today's going to be really nice, too. I know tonight's supposed to be like 10 degrees warmer than normal. So 70-something for the low, right?
Yeah, 71.
That's
right around
about
70.
10 degrees warmer than what we normally experience this time of year. Now, temperatures are going back down on Tuesday and Wednesday.
"30 seconds to secret sound." Morning, Katie. Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 719.
Sunshine with a high near 85 today. It is 65 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 6 minutes. But right now, it's time for you to win some cash with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
We're looking for caller number 5 at 417-623-1025.
To tell us, what is this sound?
What do you think? What is that?
If you can figure it out, you're going to win $427.50.
From the 4 states, #1 for cash.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller 1, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 2, keep trying.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 3, keep trying.
Hi, Morning Kicks.
Caller number 4. Hurry up and call right back.
Hi, Morning Kicks. Who is this? Christine from Carl Junction.
You are caller number 5.
What a way to start the week, Christine, being caller number 5 and could be with $427.50 in cash.
If you can tell us what, all you got to do is tell us what is this sound.
She says something that shouldn't be inside a dryer turning.
For $427.50, that is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Christine, making it $452.50.
And give you another chance to guess the win tomorrow morning at 7:20. Hey, you're still doing great. Caller number 5 is very impressive.
Told you, once you get it dialed in, if you put that kind of effort in, you know how what the rhythm is now. Oh, okay. I was just agreeing with you. Oh, okay, you do need a hint. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, I'm here to
Isn't
be
he so
supportive.
helpful?
I am just here to help any way I can.
Mm-hmm.
Catch you later.
Bye, Christine. 25 seconds. Is that enough time?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, you already got my little flubby out?
Yeah.
Hey, what a weird phrase. My little flubby out?
Don't get your little flubby out, Jen.
Cool. Thank you. 8 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
Christine from Carl Junction.
You are caller number 5.
What a way to start the week, Christine, being caller number 5 and could be with $427.50 in cash.
Oh my gosh, I hope.
All you got to do is tell us what is this sound.
It sounds like something that shouldn't be inside a dryer turning.
She says something that shouldn't be inside a dryer turning.
For $427.50, that is not it.
Oh, man.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Christine, making it $452.50.
And give you another chance to guess the win tomorrow morning at 7:20.
Okay.
Brr. Maybe a can in the dryer. Morning, Kinda.
Insistent that it has to be something to do with a can.
For concerts?
Stupid, too. They're not doing a picture of it.
Let us see his face. I don't think there's a single Tom Cruise movie you've given me that I haven't liked.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
I was just thinking about that. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've liked all of them. Well, I didn't even recognize Tom. I'm looking at pictures of him in all these different movies. I didn't recognize him in The Outsiders.
yeah.
It-
He's so like what 7, 8 looks like.
I mean, his teeth are so different. Did they?
Oh, I'm sure he had massive work done over the years, but I don't know at what point or when.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could do the neon light
Emilio Estevez. That is that man's name.
graphic. You know Emilio Estevez's name
Well, I knew.
from Young Guns.
So he was in the movie that I watched this weekend, Mission Impossible, for Jen's movie Rehab, and I was like, "Oh
Was
my
he?
gosh, it's the coach for Mighty Ducks."
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, not for long, but he is. And my mind was like, David Duchovny, and I'm like, "That's not David Duchovny, or Dave Duchovny." I don't know that he's David, but I did not. Did you, Megan? Did you get to see the Northern Lights last night, Randy?
No, I did not.
I heard some reports, Jimmy, that you couldn't see them, yeah, with the naked eye. You had to use your camera.
So it's like the ones from last year.
Yeah. Best-selling book for personal hygiene. Should I give my coworker a deodorant or should I just resign?
That's just going to be all there is to that graphic, I guess. dorky. But what you gonna do?
Even with the camera, you didn't see anything. Was there like a certain time or something that they were supposed to be over our area or what? I'm not really sure. We're going after this song.
Anybody see the T-bone accident that happened on Rangeline over the weekend?
When and where was that?
Let's see. I guess it was Saturday evening. And it was a 18-wheeler that crashed into a SUV. I mean, destroyed the 18-wheeler. And well, I guess what had happened was it careened off the SUV into one of the intersection poles.
Gosh.
It was up at up by where the what's the name of the road that you turn to go to MSSU? Newman Road, right there at that intersection.
Is everyone okay?
I think there were injuries.
Yeah.
3 people were taken to area hospitals.
Yeah, Megan says she saw it. It looked horrible.
Yeah.
Three seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 734.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the mid-80s. It is 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast along with 4 states news in about 26 minutes. Still getting you signed up for Bailey Zimmerman tickets.
He's going to be with Dylan Marlowe and Drew Baldridge at the Walmart Amp on June 14th.
And all you have to do to get signed up to win those tickets is text the word tickets to 623-1025.
And we're going to find out who the winner is in just 16 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we are going to be talking about the creepy crawlies.
Ooh, like bugs?
Bugs, snakes, whatever the most that you've ever had, you know.
You can give us a call or text 623-1025.
I watched the new David Blaine show called Do Not Attempt.
Okay.
And in that, he kisses a king cobra on the head.
No, why would you put yourself through that?
Yeah, so, and it was not just any king cobra. It was like an 18 to 20 foot long one. So
oh, no,
about
that's
as
too much.
big around as your leg and moved like, you know. So I watched that on Friday and could not go to sleep after that. I had to get up and check under the bed and everything numerous times.
Did you check the ceiling?
I checked everywhere.
Under the
I
chairs?
burned the house down to make sure there were no snakes in it.
So tell us your creepy crawly stories by texting or calling 623-1025.
And over the weekend, we had another assignment for Jen to watch for. And this is where we assigned Jen a movie to watch over the weekend because before she came to KIX, she had seen few, if any, movies.
And so whenever someone would try to talk to me about a movie, I wouldn't get it. I'd have no idea what they were talking about.
The blank look would get blanker.
So every Friday, Randy assigns me a movie to watch, and then I watch it over the weekend. I come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
So we assigned her the movie. Unbelievably, she had never, ever seen a Mission Impossible movie, in spite of the fact that the most recent one just came out last weekend.
And I loved this movie. And I was thinking about it this morning. I don't think I've seen a single Tom Cruise movie yet that I haven't really enjoyed. I don't know what it is about it, if it's him as an actor or what, but I really like this movie. I thought it was super fun. I loved the mystery and trying to figure out like who done it alongside Ethan or Tom Cruise's character. I did assume pretty early on that it was someone from the team or someone from the inside.
Yeah.
Before they even announced that there was a mole, I was like, I bet it was someone on the inside, leaking intel or something.
Is that true for every single Mission Impossible? They all kind of blur together after this many.
So I don't know, but I would love to watch more of these movies. I thought it was really well done. I thought Claire's actress was I rolled my eyes a few times at her. She was kind of a little cheesy and campy. Yeah, a little over the top. But I thought Tom Cruise was really great. Emilio Estevez was really fun to watch in the beginning of the movie as well.
Totally forgot he was in that.
Yeah, he wasn't in it for very long, of course, because the entire team gets wiped out. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one an 8.75. I really liked it.
That's a very specific score, 0.75. Why the 0.75?
I felt like it was better than an 8.5, but I couldn't fully commit to a 9 because Top Gun is like top tier favorite Tom Cruise movie, and I didn't think it was quite there yet.
So we'll have another movie assignment for Jen to watch this next Friday.
For Jen's Movie Rehab.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Tom Hoot is amazing.
Tom Hoot. I heard that.
Dang it,
Tom
Jen.
Hoot.
Yeah, his charisma and just I enjoy watching
They make
him.
a lot of fun of his charisma, on the talk shows. He can sometimes be, it's like he has no real sense of perspective as to what is appropriate level of reaction and what is inappropriate.
I still remember when he was on Oprah and was jumping up and on the couch.
Yeah.
And then her face when he did that, and everybody was talking about
He's
that
like,
afterwards.
ha ha!
They were like, "What is going on with Tom Cruise?"
What are you doing?
Like, I love this woman.
Forgot how to act in public.
I guess. Thank you, Megan. She says, don't forget to call the winner.
Okay, thank you, Megan.
Oh, me too, Christy. I don't like maggots at all.
What? You don't like maggots? Really?
What, you do?
No.
Okay, stop in the contest now. Zibbity-doo. You see that?
See what?
The winner?
The winner? Oh, no, I did not. I wasn't looking at it. Okay. Before we do that,
The kids made a roly-poly habitat, tried bringing it in the house yesterday. Weirdly enough, my kids have never done that, but I used to do that all the time when I was a kid. I found roly-polies, and I was like, I'm going to make them my pet. And then they all died or, like, accidentally rolled off my hands. I did that a lot. All right. Flip this. Oh, because he is a shorter guy, isn't he? Oh, 5'7". Okay, maybe he's not that short. To me, he's not that short because I'm only 5'4". He's taller than Randy. Wait a second. His name is Thomas Cruise Mapother the fourth. So his name's not actually Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Cruise is his middle name. Thomas Cruise Mapother. Did you know this is Tom Cruise's real name?
No.
How do you say that?
Mapother?
Mapother? So Cruise is actually his middle name.
So where, does it tell anything about the history of that name or the family, where are they from? Is he not native to the United States? I didn't realize that. No, I think everybody so cares less about his history and everything. Do you know, did you tell him that?
His name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mapother? Maypother? Never heard that. All right, we're calling our winner.
Oh, they're Irish.
That's Irish? I've never heard that name before. Hello, is this Stephanie? Stephanie, I got a question to ask you. Why? Yeah. Why? You want to know the answer? The answer is why not? So
She just sounded so reserved to all of that.
I know. Now
Like,
you
yes,
know, Stephanie.
Why?
When someone asks you why, you say what? Stephanie? When someone asks you why, what do you say? That's it. Yeah, that's
good
the
job,
answer.
Stephanie.
Stephanie, just for knowing the answer to that question,
Wait a second.
you have won tickets to see Bailey Zimmerman in concert.
Stephanie, yes.
Actually, you got signed up by texting the word tickets, and that's how you won. But I thought that the question thing was kind of interesting anyway.
So you're going to go see.
I throw everyone off. That's what I do. There's not room up here. I got to throw y'all off.
So you're going to go see Bailey Zimmerman with Dylan Marlowe and Jupe Aldridge on June 14th at the Walmart Amp.
Just tell us who's the Four States concert connection.
Fabulous.
All right, we got to get a little more information from you.
Let me see. I think we've got everything we need from you, but let's see if anything has changed. Still over on Hyde? Are you still over on Hyde?
No, I am not.
All right, what's your new address? All right, let me double check your number. It looks like that is the same. All right, so I think we have everything that we need. These tickets will be emailed, right?
Uh-huh.
Probably by the end of the week, so keep an eye on your inbox. It'll come from national@zrimarketing.com. If you don't have them by noon on Friday, you can call our clearance office, 624-1025.
Also, keep an eye on your spam folder because we send these all out as a mass mailer. It could be sent to your spam folder, so be sure and watch for that.
Okay.
All right, congratulations. Enjoy the show.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, take care. Bye-bye. Wow. So the Cruises were a well-connected Catholic gentry family who remained in their region and their status despite the upheavals of the 16th and 17th centuries. In 1825, Patrick Russell Cruz married Teresa Johnson, and they moved to the U.S.
So
around
what's the
1826.
Mopather thing.
I'm getting there. The youngest known child of Patrick Russell Cruz is Mary Paulina Russell Cruz. Oh, she married Dylan Henry Mopather, an engineer from Dublin in 1858. Wow. Mary Mopather married Thomas O'Mara. The couple had one known son, Thomas O'Mara, in 1876.
Name.
He was Tom.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country
Here's Shabuzi.
on KIX.
Okay. He was Tom Cruise's great-grandfather. Thomas O'Mara Sr. died between the 1880 and 1890 U.S. Census. His son assumed the surname Cruz Mopather, as it was the surname of his siblings. So if he hadn't changed the name, Tom Cruise's last name would be O'Mara. I know.
You guys believe it's already June? Does not feel, well, I mean, has yet this weekend. The first weekend, I think, that felt like summer, actually. You know, the first official day of summer is not until June 20th.
It was toasty. Sunday was toasty.
Yeah, so nice. We cooked steaks outside and ate up under the umbrella on the deck, even though the pool wasn't open yet. Got all that other stuff done.
You're getting there.
I should have asked my wife to take some pictures of the garden and everything and sent to me, but she probably doesn't have time.
Yeah, you never finished telling your Van Beesler story.
Oh, yeah. So they had, not only do they have perennials that are zoned for this area that none of the other places have, like the Corabelles, they also had bleeding hearts. I bought some of those. I bought these weird purple, they're not flowers, they're plant. They do have a flower. They have a purple flower that grows up, but they're really, really, really dark purple, almost like black. And real
really
waxy
pretty.
looking. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 750.
It's going to be gorgeous today. Sunshine, a high near 85. It is 65 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at 4 states news and weather in just 11 minutes. But in the next hour,
We want to hear your creepy crawly stories.
your encounters with spider snakes, that sort of thing.
Oh, my.
You can tell us yours at 623-1025. We'll be talking about those next hour.
But we've been getting folks signed up to win tickets to go see Bailey Zimmerman with Dylan Marlowe and Drew Baldridge at the Amp in June.
And we're going to be giving you the chance to win these tickets all week long as part of the KIX Summer Ticket Shootout.
So our system's actually just picked a winner. Are you ready to call him?
No?
Okay.
Do you
Well, I
need
got
me
the
to
number
call
right
them
here.
right now?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know this was going to be a thing. We've never called winners before in the past.
Sure, we have many, many, many a time.
Are you sure?
You're
Did we
doing a good
use
job
the
so
phone
far.
right there?
Yeah,
I'm using my toe to dial.
yeah. I wish you wouldn't. I have
don't
to
like-
touch that later, but the phone, not your toe. Just
Please
clear.
don't touch my toe.
I don't want to. I don't want to touch that
Talk with human resources again.
again.
Hello?
Hello, is this Stephanie?
This is Stephanie.
Stephanie, I got a question to ask you.
Yes.
Why?
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 Why not?
That's
Hey,
it. Yeah, that's
good
the
job,
answer.
Stephanie.
Stephanie, just for knowing the answer to that question,
Wait a second.
you have won tickets to see Bailey Zimmerman in concert.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Actually, you got signed up by texting the word tickets, and that's how you won.
I did.
But I thought that the question thing was kind of interesting anyway.
Well, you threw me off.
I throw everyone off. That's what I do. There's not room up here. I got to throw y'all off.
So you're going to go see Bailey Zimmerman with Dylan Marlowe and Jupe Aldridge on June 14th at the Walmart Amp.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you, guys.
Just tell us who's the Four States concert connection.
KIX 102.5.
Morning, Riley. Your plants, Van Beesler. You
Oh,
a
yeah,
cool,
yeah,
almost
yeah, they
black
had-
looking plant.
So the people there were so helpful. I mean, there's the guy who came out and walked around with us, and he made
Everyone's got their.
recommendations and said these will do well in shady areas. So we're not only looking for perennials that are zoned for our area, we were also looking for stuff that only grows in shade.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, everybody is. He's like, everybody's looking for these. He goes, this is what I recommend. This. He told us experience he had. He said, now these, if you get just even an hour or two of sun a day would be good for these. And we talked to him about some of the plants that we've had that just shriveled up and died for no
Right.
obvious reason. And he made some recommendations on what to use, what to do about those. So much, much better experience than I've had anywhere.
Good.
And their plants look way healthier than everyone else's.
I want to know what that black plant is. That's what I want to know.
Black what?
The one that looks black, you said. I want to know what
Yeah.
that is.
Well, Gina, let me ask her if she'll send me a picture. I don't know if she has time. She's probably running late. She's probably already left. Yep, there's the garage door, so never mind. She's already left. I'll have to take some pictures and show you. They're little bitty. They're only about this big around, and they're very low to the ground. But they have what looks like, what African violets look like?
No, but I'll Google.
Not the violet flowers, but the plant, the leaves. Looks like those, only they're almost black.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So that kind of shape of leaf,
Uh-huh.
but almost black. And then with these, and they're very shiny. And they've got, I wish I could remember what they were called.
Okay. Any of these look right?
That looks too,
Wait, Corabels. Did you say?
no, yeah, those are Hucheras. I got Hucheras, but the ones I got are this orangey rust color.
Oh, okay.
So I've got like these, the rust color, and then this dark purple stuff, whatever it's called. Keep going. No, that stuff up at the
Ooh.
top look closest. I would say maybe these or those.
These are your
That's the Huchera.
Hucheras, but you said it's not. Okay, wait, come back. I'm looking at
And the
pictures.
Hucheras I got are these great big tall things.
Go back to.
It looks like this. Go back one. Looks like that.
Like that.
Yeah, they look like that. Only they have little purple flowers growing up
Like that.
out of the middle. Like that.
That's
Yep.
pretty. I like
So
that.
I got 3 or 4 of those, and I got 3 or 4 of the. I bought all their corbels.
Yeah.
And so you know how we had the hostas growing like this in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the corbels, hucheras going inside that right next to the fountain, which is all hooked up and running finally. And then in between each one of the hostas, I put one of those.
Ooh, that's
purples.
pretty.
So it's a lot more color than has ever been back there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bleeding hearts we put over on the left-hand side there where the sidewalk turns to go back to the patio.
Mm-hmm.
Out there where they get a little more sun. They need part sun.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they'll do okay there.
So were you at the Rock Yard then that you said?
Yeah.
That's where you saw that, yeah.
Really, really, really good selection of stuff. And the other places right now, if you go, they're kind of picked over. Everything looks sickly. It's dying.
Yeah.
It was sad. I think it was Menards. Every single one of their evergreens, maybe it was Home Depot, one of the two, every single one of them had blight, had that rust disease. And they were selling them for like $4 and $5 a piece. These great big tall pine trees. I don't know why they're not just giving them away. They're garbage.
Yeah.
They will not grow. There is no recovering from that disease.
Right.
They're garbage. I guess you could use them for firewood. Yeah, what were those called?
Oh gosh. Those are
The deep dark purples.
uh
Morning, Riley.
says black scallop, ajuga reptans, bugleweed.
Ajuga, and I remember saying, is it a yuga or a juga? Yeah. So
full sun to full shade. So
the ones that we got, it said shade only.
Mm.
Did not recommend full sun.
zones 4 to 10. Which zone are we in?
What are we, 5? We are. We are zone 6.
Mm.
Hi there, Morning Kicks. Well, hello, Dustin. How's it going?
How's your weekend?
Did you get any bruises? No bruises.
Good
Well, that's
job.
a plus, yeah.
What can we do for you?
Garth Brooks is
Little Garth. Ooh, that summer. Okay, we're gonna spice
standing
it up a little
outside
bit.
that summer. Who's the Lincoln guy? The Lincoln guy in the morning radio show.
Is that you, Randy? Are
Is
you
it
the
me?
Lincoln guy?
Am I 4 years ago? Sunday morning. That's Brett James. Yay, Brett James. Yes.
Yeah, he's a fun guy, but he's not a mushroom.
He got it. Thanks for calling.
Have a good one,
Dustin.
Dustin. Bless his heart for laughing at that stupid joke. Go back. Mhm.
Oh my gosh, there's video of that deal in Boulder.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't want to watch that.
Well, they don't really. You just see them like they're using their shirts and stuff to help put people out.
Oh, that's so sad.
Apparently he had moved on.
When is Thomas Rhett?
Hey, dude, your leg is still on fire. Thomas Rhett is, isn't he this weekend? No. Did we just give away Thomas Rhett?
Mm-mm.
I thought it already happened.
The show's the 19th.
Oh,
Oh, so Dorinda, it may still be another week before you get them.
wait
Oh,
a
it's
minute.
Thursday?
Where are they at?
Wait.
Is it at the amp or is it at?
It
Is that
says
the
Thomas
amp?
Rhett at the Walmart amp on 6/19/2025.
Yeah, you should already have them. Or wait a minute. When did we do the giveaway?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I would go ahead and call. It was on May 12th. I would go ahead and call. You should already have gotten the email for those. They're digital tickets, so you should have gotten it like the following Monday.
Beautiful today with sunshine, a high near 85. A late night chance of storms tonight, lows dropping down to right around 70. A chance of storms Tuesday night, and Wednesday, with Wednesday being a little bit cooler with a high near 75.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
68 in Reed, 68 in Pittsburgh, 69 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So we're talking about creepy crawlies today.
We want to hear your stories about the snakes and the bugs and the spiders.
It is that time of year. I've already seen
Unfortunately.
4 brown recluse in my bathroom in the past week.
4?
4.
Yikes.
Different times, but still, it's just that time of year for Joplin.
623-1025 to call or text and tell us your story.
Here's Kenny Chesney.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Yeah, it's wrong on our calendar. Our calendar says it's June 19th. But the website says it's this Thursday.
June 5th. I had it right on the PRF stuff. I don't know why it says that date on the calendar.
Weird.
We promoted it as June 5th.
Well, I'm glad that we've got that right.
Kelsey, yeah, we announced it earlier this morning. Her name was, hold on.
Jessica Beckett, I believe.
Yeah, Jessica Beckett from the Show was the winner.
Call the clearance office, 624-1025.
Asked to talk to Jill. They made the announcement over the weekend about the new Stranger Things season.
Mm-hmm.
Season 5, which is supposedly the last season, it has a release date. Actually, it has 3 release dates.
3?
Yeah, they're going to do it in 3 parts.
Oh.
Stupid.
Okay. How many episodes per part?
Probably 1. I don't know. The first, so 4 episodes at a time. It'll be 12 episodes, which is a normal size season. So the first 4 debut November 26th. The next 3 episodes, maybe it's not 12, will drop on Christmas Day, and the final episode on New Year's Eve. So I'm sorry, no, it's just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 episodes is all it is.
It'll be interesting to see how they wrap it up.
Yeah, especially with as old as they all look.
Yeah,
I think
there's
you're
that.
going to have to do a little belief suspension to make this work.
I still need to watch the last season. Yep, Stranger Things on Christmas. I'll be too busy watching the Chiefs and the Broncos play that day. Oh my gosh, that week is going to be nuts. So in 2 weeks, we've got like this 2-week little break here where there's no dance and there's no soccer.
Nice.
There's nothing. And then the week of the 16th, everything comes back. Sleep, watch the grass grow, do anything else. Read a book. Just enjoy being able to be in my home and not have to run around like a crazy.
My performance assessment.
You rescheduled one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I worked on making sure I got note for note the song that I think they're going to have me do, which means they won't do that.
Of course.
I wanted to be ready for it, and it just reminded me how much I hate that song. Hate it.
I'm sure it'll go fine. I totally forgot that Lauren Elena was Scotty McCreery's season of American Idol.
Was what?
Lauren Elena and Scotty McCreery were the same season of American Idol.
They were, weren't they?
Yeah, he won and she was the runner-up. I had completely forgotten that. Watch Good Will Hunting. That's a great idea, Megan.
We're not going to do that.
Love it.
We had the chance once to do that. Chose
I'll do
not
it
to.
again.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Beautiful today with sunshine, highs in the mid-80s. It is 69 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes, but we're talking today about your encounters with the creepy crawlies.
You know, like snakes, lizards,
It's that time of year.
spiders.
Yeah, they're coming out, so they're enjoying the warm weather too.
They're either coming out or they're coming into your home.
Yeah, there's a chance of that too. So tell us about the worst encounter you ever had with the creepy crawly.
623-1025 to call or text.
Or tell us on Facebook
Here's Sam Hunt.
on KIX 102.5.
I'll be right back.
There is a new Miss World that was announced over the weekend. It's the first woman from Thailand to win the title. Her name is, and here we go, let's all say this 3 times fast, Opal Suchata Chwangsri. Chwangsri? Miss World California didn't make it past the top 20, by the way. Morning, Jimmy. Morning, Sarah. I think we already have the movie planned for this Friday, don't we? Yeah, I was going to give her You've Got Mail. I guess we need, and then the following one I have Dumb and Dumber. I was going to do a Father's Day movie, but I think that might fit.
Oh, I gotta pee. And someone is camping in the bathroom. When is Father's Day?
It's next weekend.
Oh my gosh. I gotta come up with something good for Kyle.
You ever seen Parenthood?
Parenthood? I don't think so. The TV show?
No, the TV show was based on the movie. That's the movie
Oh, with Steve Martin. No. Yeah, that was good. Uncle Buck. That's what we called one of my teachers in high school. We called him Uncle Buck. That's hilarious. He was banned from Canada. Another Tom Hoop movie. Major says The Last Samurai.
That's a good one. That is a good one. I probably think of that as the best Tom Cruise movie.
Really?
For my own personal taste, I like that
Is it
one because
Samurai?
it is. It's a historically, and it's loosely based on some accurate events that happened in Japanese history. It's really portrayed well. The whole culture and everything is really portrayed well.
How many tickets are we giving away for Bailey? All day, all week?
All day, all week.
10 pair.
No. Well, we're gonna kind of split them up. We've got 10 pair to do, so
Yeah.
we're gonna be doing 5 And then I'll give MJ some and Brett some.
So all week long we'll have a chance to win.
There is a free tire drop-off happening at the Lone Elm Tire Recycle Center that's happening this Saturday, by the way. I've got one that I'm taking that used to be the girls' tire swing, and it's set behind the storage building. And those are hard to get rid of without having to pay for it. You can pay as much as $15, $20. So this is a free way to get rid of them if you've got them and don't know what to do with them.
And when is that?
Saturday.
Over on Lone Elm.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states. Number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 817.
Gorgeous today with sunshine at the high near 85. It is 69 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 6 minutes.
But we're talking about your creepy crawly stories.
Yeah, because it's that time of year. They're coming out, and you're beginning to see them everywhere. Snakes, spiders, frogs, lizards, all those kind of things.
There's a lot of lizards out by my house, and they just kind of skitter around all over the place into the grass.
So we're wanting to know, what was your creepy crawly encounter? What was the worst one that you've ever seen or experienced? 623-1025, or tell us on Facebook.
What is yours?
There's a friend of mine that walked up, and he's like, "What are you doing? These spiders aren't going to hurt you." So he picks a spider out of its web off the side of the garage,
Oh.
and he pops it in his mouth. And then he sticks his tongue out, and that spider's all crawling around his tongue, and he ate it.
Oh.
Good eating right there.
And not only did he eat one spider, he ate 2 spiders.
Yeah, he was probably neglected a lot as a child.
Right?
It's awful. I've had nightmares for 2 years. I had to sleep with the pillow over the top of my head because it just freaked me out.
Why would you do that?
Because he could. That's why.
Oh, my gosh,
And
no.
For the freak out factor, there's that too.
What is your encounter with the creepy crawly?
So I was living in my mom's basement, and I'm kind of a slob, and I'd thrown my jeans on the floor, and I got woke up by somebody knocking on the front door. I got up, threw on my jeans, felt something crawling around in them, pulled them off real quick, and there was a cricket in there.
Was not quite the kind of excitement you normally have when something gets in your jeans, right?
Yeah, it was no fun at all.
But what a trip for that person at your door.
What is your crazy, creepy encounter story?
Well, I was pregnant with my son, and I was folding clothes, and I felt what felt like a ball of hair, and I reached for it, and I grabbed it out, and I was actually bit by a black widow as well.
Oh, my gosh.
They had me in the hospital overnight because I was pregnant and was monitoring all my vitals and stuff, and it was at the tip of my finger, so my hand would go, kind of numb and sore for a little while.
Did they use any inoculation or anything that they gave you?
They gave me a shot. They called it anti-venom. I have no idea what. They didn't want to give me too much because of being pregnant.
Sure.
How long did it take to heal?
It was an open wound. I mean, it kind of looked like a regular mosquito bite, but it just had a hole in the middle for about a week. It was at the tip of my finger.
Well, that's not too bad.
Does it make you even more scared of spiders now?
No, I'm actually deathly afraid of grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers?
What?
Yeah.
You do know those don't bite, right?
Yeah, and they don't send you to the hospital.
What's the worst creepy creepy crawly encounter? What do you say? Creepy crawly encounter you've ever had?
I used to have a little green anole, which is a little lizard. I caught it in my house. I kept it for years, and I let it go outside my house. And I used to raise scorpions.
Why?
Because my dad used to be a biology teacher, and we had strange things growing up. And then I got some tarantulas, too.
One of the things few people know about tarantulas is that when they're threatened, they can release hairs off of their legs.
Yes.
Why?
Well, it's when they're threatened, they can release these. They can get into the air, then into your respiratory system, into your eyes, and it takes surgery to get them out.
You have to be very careful. That's why I didn't handle the tarantulas, because that stresses them also.
I just love your statement, Karen, that you said, when I was a child, we had strange things at our house. I think that qualifies for me too, but it's two very different things.
So tell us your story, your encounter with the creepy crawlies.
623-1025.
You can also text or call or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country. Dorinda, try calling back. I don't know if you called before 8, but they may not have had the office open just yet. And Jill's last name is
Prater.
Prater, Prater. If I was at my other desk, I would have her extension, but I don't have it in here.
We don't have one of those in here?
No. Ha ha ha, Megan. He identified as a dryer sheet. That's right. Remind us tomorrow. Does no good to remind us right now. We didn't get to have one last week because someone wasn't here.
You could have done it without me.
I could not.
That's what I do when you're gone.
I can't
I
do
do it.
it. I could not.
You totally can.
Not allowed.
Excuses.
Good excuses.
So I got a new style of lash. I'm having lots of problems with it.
Why?
Well, I don't know. It's not staying very well, and they're like coming down and falling off already. And bothering me.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Okay, so when I was a child, my father had a rose-haired tarantula.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
I mean, so she didn't have her venom sacs, but she still had those fangs. Yeah.
So how big was it?
Probably
Oh,
about like
no.
that.
No way.
Yeah.
That's too much.
And they could still do the stupid hairs thing. Weird thing to have as a pet because they're so cuddly, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not my age, Mom.
Thanks for What the heck are you
That's
talking
very
about?
true.
It's
That's a good
obvious
point.
when my birthday is. The only reason
Is
there's
it, though?
confusion is because everybody makes this ridiculous claim that I always say that I'm having a birthday every day, which does not happen.
Okay.
What's a week? I haven't
I'd say
said
so.
anything about my birthday. This is the first time we've talked about my birthday, and might I point out who brought it up? It was not me.
Give it time. Thanks,
Later.
you too. Bye-bye.
I don't know. What do I want to do?
What's your gut say?
I think
I mean, I wish that it could work. I wish we could still have that as an option. Good luck, Sarara. Good luck, Jason. No. Mm,
I just told him to end it.
bummed.
Well, I didn't say either one of those. I said Prater, Prater is the name. You tried Praetor and Prayer, Prater.
I don't know why no one's answering
I don't know.
the
Yeah, I don't
phone.
know why they're
That's
not
very
answering the phone.
strange.
The office should be open by now.
I mean, the office opens at 8, so
Yeah.
there's no reason for.
But if you will try the extension using that name that I just said, you should be able to get through to our office. If nothing else, then you'd be able to leave her a voicemail.
Right.
Wow. So Will Smith, his summer concert tour that he's doing,
Will
based
Smith?
on a true story tour. Yeah. Uh, getting a lot of criticism for the price of tickets. GAs, I mean, upper arena GAs are costing over $600.
Oh gosh.
And some of the lower area, down fronts
Right.
are over $2,000.
And he's just going to be singing?
I don't know if he sees, I assume it's a variety of things, but it doesn't say.
Interesting.
Well, you don't want to say anything about scalpers, though. He'll think you're making a bald joke about his wife, and we all know what happens when you do that.
Yeah, keep her name out your mouth.
Today's National Rotisserie Chicken Day.
I love rotisserie chicken. Go to Walmart and get one of those. They're for less than $6. Have it for dinner, and then you can peel the meat off of it and have like chicken salad the next couple of days.
What my wife does.
Love doing that. Oh, move the mouse, they're saying. Robin texted and said, I'm a fan of jumping spiders. They're excellent little hunters and fuzzy looking. I think watching Lucas the Spider on YouTube made me a fan a long time ago. That looks so good. Meatballs, deviled eggs, fried chicken. Did you guys see that they released some new information about the updated King of the Hill? They're going to be doing a version with Bobby as an adult.
Oh, good gosh.
He's a chef, apparently. His parents have been in Saudi Arabia for whatever reason.
What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know. But it's going to premiere on Hulu on August 4th. And if you haven't seen the picture, Hank looks the same. Lemon pepper rotisserie chicken. Yeah, I think that's the one that we get, Megan.
Guy got his dog a mullet.
That's adorable.
So good. It really looks like the dog's humiliated, but it really looks like a Billy Ray Cyrus mullet.
Going in a minute. Yeah, salt pew pew for the flies. You season the spider's food. That's actually really cool. Kyle would love that. 25 seconds. $15.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine in mid-80s today. It is 69 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 15 minutes.
So go on the KIX app or the KIX website. Vote for the songs that you want us to play back for you.
But we're talking about your encounters with creepy crawlies.
You know, like snakes, bugs, spiders, things like that.
When was the worst time that you ever had an encounter with one?
623-1025 to call or text.
Or tell us on Facebook.
What about you? What's your worst encounter?
I was at work and my girlfriend ends up calling me and says there's a spider on the ceiling of our bedroom. My whole deal was why would she call me if there's nothing I can do?
No, she wanted you to come back home and kill it. That's what she wanted.
It makes absolute sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
Stupid.
does.
It doesn't make any sense at all, Jen. He's at work.
No, it doesn't matter. There's a spider there, and that is the priority.
What's your creepy crawly encounter?
My sister, the way you freaked out about the spider is the way my sister reacts to balloons.
What?
Balloons?
She's freaked out by balloons?
Yes, she is absolutely terrified of balloons.
Why?
When she was younger, she had one pop in her face, and ever since then, she's been absolutely terrified.
Sounds like she needs therapy.
Definitely.
Thus why, whenever she graduated high school, I filled her car full of balloons.
I love that.
You are just the meanest sister.
Love it.
What is your story about the creepy crawlies?
Yeah, it's actually my wife. A couple weeks ago, we had one in our bed.
Oh, no.
For some reason, she thought the best idea was to wake me up, and I'm a deep sleeper.
Yeah.
So here she is beating the hell out of me, trying to get me to kill a spider in the bed. And I just look at her, I was like, why did you just do to the spider what you did to me?
Yeah, that would have taken care of it.
But then she'd have to touch the spider, but if she does it to him, then he can do it to the spider.
Tell us about your creepy crawly encounter.
It's my daughter, and it was a fake spider, but it worked really well.
You're mean.
She comes by it naturally because I jumped out of a moving car because the spider was on me once. But here, let me play the video clip. It's on YouTube.
You are a mean dad. Mean.
Good stuff. I think a glass just broke somewhere in the building.
That poor child. Again, therapy.
Tell us about your creepy crawly encounter.
623-1025 or call or text.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Excuse me.
So there is another Reddit topic about whoever designed it must have never used it. I think that is true for 90%
we've talked
of
about
things.
that before.
Yes. All engineers need to be taken out back and shot. This says public bathrooms without a hook to hang your backpack or purse. Okay, we can do better than that.
Yeah, we can. No, that sucks.
Yeah. Fast food touch screen ordering menus. Do they never test any of this stuff before they put it out to be used?
They're always a pain, and half the time you can't find what you really want.
Automobiles seem to be designed by people who have never worked on repairing them. That's obvious.
Yeah.
The cup holders in my car that are somehow too small for regular cups but too big for water bottles.
Uh-huh.
Touch screens in cars. They could care less whether they actually work or function. It's just the look of the thing. The Outlook app, which is, if anybody's still using Outlook for mail,
Don't do that.
Don't. It's like a program designed by someone who had the idea of email explained to them, but never actually used it themselves. Lighting fixtures. I'll agree with this. This person says he's an electrician, and 90% of all lighting fixtures were designed by someone in an office who never picked up a tool in their life. Customer service call centers, health insurance, government programs to assist the poor. Playgrounds, grown men who build and design these rarely ever include shade, hard to enjoy without little ones melting in the summer.
Or if the equipment's like scalding hot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go see if the bathroom's open.
Christy says she has baby praying mantises everywhere on her sunflowers, watching them grow. Yeah, you know what happens with baby praying mantises? They grow up to be grown-up praying mantises. I want one of those salt pew-pews, Megan, for the flies. I want one of those so much. We get them in the house, and I can spend an hour waiting, trying to get one with the fly swatter. Did you guys hear that Hot Lips Houlihan died last week? I just found that out today that Loretta Swit was the name of the actress. Had died late last week. I guess early Friday morning. No, Kelsey, they get much bigger. Yeah, she was 87. So this looks like it will be finally a relatively slow week, which I am very thankful for. I'm ready for slow summer days that drag on forever. Bring them. Tomorrow we're going to be talking, this is one of our favorite topics, is the weirdest town name you've ever heard. We've all heard the Climax, Michigans, and the Intercourse, Pennsylvania, and the Toadsuck, Arkansas. But what's the weirdest one you've ever heard of? Be thinking about that for tomorrow. Plus more Bailey Zimmerman tickets, plus Secret Sound, which reminds me, I've got to put the amounts in here.
It's chilly in here. You cold?
A little bit.
Okay. Stacy says, walked out my back door and out of the corner of my eye, I saw something black. Turned out to be a 6-foot black rat snake
Yeah.
that climbed the wall of my house.
they get really big.
Oh no, that's bigger. I'm 5'4".
And I've been bit by those, by a black snake. They have teeth that curve inward in
Ow.
their mouth so that when they bite onto you and they chew, they do this thing with their mouths while they're on you. So I was holding one, getting ready to pop its head off. And when paying too close, usually I hold them right behind the head if I have to hold them. And I had slipped my hand down, ready, and I was already almost down to where I thought I needed to be on the tail to pop it. And if you do that whip thing like a towel, like you're popping a towel, the head will just come right off. And was getting ready to do that, and he goes, wham, just spun his head around and got a hold of my arm and was chewing, and it hurt.
Yeah.
And so, but if you pull, it just sinks deeper. So I finally got on either side, almost crushed his jawbone. I was squeezing so hard before he would release. And then one of the teeth was hung in my skin. And I'm like trying to get it unbed, and he's trying to bite again.
Right.
Finally got it done. I killed that thing so much. I killed him and killed him again.
Yikes.
And that, I ended up having to get antibiotics for that and everything.
Are they poisonous?
No, but they had, their mouths are so nasty, so gross. Yeah, it just instantly got infected.
You know, I think I'm going to pass. More for...
I almost did. It was very close.
Pass out, away?
Pass.
Gas?
Crap.
Pass pants?
Yeah, it was awful. It would just, it was digging in and would not quit chewing.
Maybe he thought you were delicious.
Yeah, it's like, this is tasty. Sweet boy. So I avoid picking them up if I can help it at all.
That's fair.
I'm a lot quicker to stomp on them.
All right.
There's literally nothing good coming on TV this week, by the way.
Are you going to watch the new Karate Kid movie?
When it comes out on streaming, I'm not going to pay to go watch it. Which, by the way, speaking of paying, have you seen the theater? Have you been over in that area lately and seen the theater?
No, the one that they're building, right?
Yeah, it's very close to being done. It's supposed to be done sometime like in the next couple of months.
Cool.
Big parking lot. I couldn't believe how big the parking lot is. But it's looking really good.
All right. It says
American Ninja Warrior comes out tonight. So
ooh, I like that show.
Yeah. And there's nothing else on, which there is nothing else on.
Rotten Tomatoes has given the new Mission Impossible movie an 80%, by the way.
Yeah. I wonder what they gave the new Karate Kid.
Karate Kid?
Which they're pretty campy.
%59%.
That's what I thought. So, yeah. 59%. So, pretty much what you'd expect a Karate Kid movie to be.
But a 91% on Fandango.
Which one do you trust? I think the Fandango reviewers know pretty much what they're getting.
Yeah.
I wonder. I meant to check this out earlier. Yep, pool pump was running.
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states. Number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine, highs in the mid-80s today. It is 69 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in the next hour. Plus, the morning KIX takeover is getting ready to start.
So you can go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
But we're talking about your encounters with creepy crawlies.
Like snakes, bugs, things like that.
What's the worst encounter you ever had with a creepy crawly?
My brother was probably about 8 years old. We had come back from dinner, and he walked down to his bedroom. And my mom and I were still in the living room. And next thing we know, we just hear this blood-curdling scream. And he's screaming, "A spider! A spider!" And so we thought, we have spiders every now and then. We thought it was just a little one. We go down the hallway, and we see it. And we're like, oh, my God. This thing was huge. My mom stood back 3 or 4 feet, took a shoe, and threw it at the spider and killed it.
What would have been funny is if the spider would have picked it up and thrown it back at her.
After she killed it, we looked at it, and all shriveled up with his legs all curled in. It was about the size of a $50. It was a big old wolf spider.
Those things are harmless.
Don't care.
I guess it had fallen on his hand when he flipped his light switch on, and he just freaked out.
What's even worse is the wolf spider carries its babies on its back, and if you ever kill one, like that, the babies just go everywhere.
Oh, no, that's awful. Awful.
What's the worst creepy crawly encounter you ever had?
I was in my room one night. I was picking up some stuff, and I felt something and grabbing my leg inside my jeans. And I thought my hair or something was just getting pulled out by my jeans. So I just took my jeans off, put on a pair of gym shorts. Something told me about 15, 20 minutes later to go back and shake my jeans out. And when I did, I was about a 4-inch scorpion.
Did it sting you?
Yeah, it stung me and bit me, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, I guess. I had a big old welt on my leg and everything.
And you didn't even notice? You just thought it was pulling hair?
Yeah, I guess he was in there all day. I don't know.
Wow.
Wait, do you have a nerve disorder or what?
I don't know.
He's a tough man.
Let me guess, you just rubbed some dirt in it. You're like, I don't need to go to the hospital. It's a little dirt and I'll be fine.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing.
But you're getting stabbed by a scorpion. How can you not tell?
Stabbed by a scorpion. It has a knife. Stand back, Judy. Got a knife.
What's your encounter with the creepy crawly?
Well, when I was a kid, my dad and I were walking out in the forest, and I'm not really sure why I thought, but the next thing I know, a snake is wrapping itself around my ankle.
Trying to get close to you.
What kind of snake was it?
I have no idea.
Nope, that's the wrong answer, honey. You're supposed to say, a few minutes later, it was a dead snake.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't.
He sure killed it.
Kill it, kill it, kill it.
What about you? Do you have a crazy story about creepy crawlies?
I have a friend that I was living with him, and a locust flew in the house.
Yeah.
And he, curled up in a ball in his reclining chair, screaming at me to get it, screaming like a little girl. I couldn't move to get it because I was laughing so hard. All he could do was just keep screaming, telling me to get it, that it was attacking him. It was dive bombing for his head.
I bet if you look in his closet, most of his shoes will have heels on them.
Maybe. He doesn't like spiders either.
Get it, get it, get it.
Tell us your stories, your encounters with the creepy crawlies by texting 623-1025.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
Morning KIX Takeover is just 2 minutes away.
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
We didn't even get through half.
Well, dang.
Alrighty, guys. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about the weirdest town name that you've ever heard of.
Oh, we got some weird ones around here.
Oh, yeah, especially Arkansas. Arkansas is just, you can pretty much go down the list, almost every single one. Any place that has a town named Piggott.
I like Dudenville.
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 So be thinking about that and looking those up, and we'll be talking about those tomorrow.
And then also more Bailey Zimmerman tickets up for grabs and Secret Sound at 7:20.
All right, so bye.
Bye.